Thank you for the click, and get ready for the ride. Good news, bad news, incoming, brace yourselves. I got into the Legion beta. Did I say Legion? I meant to say Battle for Azeroth beta. That would be like the perfect trick that Blizzard could throw on me. Here, we'll give you beta access, Luxeley, but it's the Legion beta. Have fun. That's what I thought Blizzard was doing. In the most cynical part of me, I thought, as I was actually downloading the Battle for Azeroth beta, I thought Blizzard was going to let me download it, but not grant me access. And I really thought that I was dreaming, that I was hallucinating. You ever have one of those really incredible dreams that you wake up and you wish, damn, I wish that was real? But usually that shock of Buddha or that dose of reality hits you right away in a snap of a finger, and you're like, wow, okay, reality, yes. I forgot I have to go to work or I have to go to school. That didn't click in for me. Even as I was in the beta and doing the Runes of Lordaeron scenario, I was thinking that Blizzard was going to revoke the access that I was granted. Blizzard was going to kick me out. They were going to rescind the offer. They were going to say, nope, sorry, we made a mistake. You can't be in Battle for Azeroth beta. I think I still don't believe that I'm actually in the beta. So, all cynicism aside, I have to give Blizzard credit here for letting me in the beta. I'm very appreciative, very thankful. But now for the bad news. Giving me access to the beta is like signing on Mark Hamill to play Luke Skywalker in another 3 Star Wars movies. For those of you who don't know, Mark Hamill played Luke Skywalker. He's a big Star Wars fan. He's always been an advocate of the series up until recently with these new J.J. Abrams incarnations of Star Wars. Mark Hamill has been a harsh critic of Star Wars. He doesn't like the direction of the franchise. He doesn't like the whole SJW appeal, and he really hates the direction his character's going in. And this is a guy who, in a not-so-subtle way, has been very critical and hypercritical even of all of these things about Star Wars. And I'm Mark Hamill. I'm going to do the same. But I'm going to just be very objective, and I'm going to be very, very straightforward with people. I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm not here to be a cheerleader for Blizzard, but I'm also not here to just take out my red pen and cross everything out and just give Blizzard just failures across the board. I still have a little bit of passion for the game. I still have a little bit of joy when I play the game, so I'm not going to be... I'm not here just to drop bombs on it. I'm going to be objective. If Blizzard does something I think that's very engaging, very immersive, very good for the game, I'm going to give them a gold star for the refrigerator and commend them for what they've done. And if they do something that I think is absolutely idiotic, or I think it's going to be problematic down the road, whether it's one of the new features or it's the way a certain class plays, I'm going to criticize them. I'm going to say this is bad. I'm not a Blizzbot, people. This is who I am. So if this is what you appreciate, to get an objective view, to get some unique insight into the game, not only from a player's perspective, but from what is good for the game perspective, as well as a business perspective. Because the reality is, and this is something a lot of fanboys just don't understand, the reality is Blizzard is not going to do something solely based on fun. Matter of fact, when they decide to do something, it's all about whether or not it can generate profits, in other words, a new revenue stream, or entice people to buy boxes through some big new feature, or just something that they feel is going to bring back casual players to the game, bring back players who've played the game in the past, and bring in new players. Anything they do is going to be based on whether or not it's going to make money. Does fun factor into it? Yes, it does. But it does not factor in as much as it used to before the merger with Activision. We're going to take a look at things from all these different angles, from what Blizzard's perspective might be, from what is good for the game and the longevity of the game, and what the players want. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Now, for the interesting things. And what we plan to do going forward is just beta videos, beta videos, beta videos. If I just have some crazy thought in my head, I'm going to make a video on it. Just keep throwing out beta videos until people are sick of beta videos. Why? Because that's what I'm interested in. That's where all the new stuff is, and that's what people are sniffing out on YouTube right now. So I have beta access. I'm going to take advantage of it and pump out as many beta videos as I can, which is why I'm going to ask everyone here and now, what is it you want to see? Now, let me tell you what's off the menu. Tanks are off the menu. I don't want to get into anything with tanks because I haven't tanked since Mr. Pandaria, and I'm going to sound like an idiot when I start talking about tanks, unless I make videos that are 100% fact-based and I don't try to offer any insight or analysis, which really kind of defeats the point of making a video. So tanks are off the menu. Healers are on the menu, but I don't want to create a video for each and every healing spec. I want to kind of encapsulate them all in one big video, and that's my plan for healers. So what does that mean? That means that specs, DPS specs, are on the menu. Let me know what you want to see first. And here's the way I plan on doing this. I plan on breaking this down into 3 different sections. I'm going to break it down into what are baseline abilities, what are talents, and the overall view of the spec. Is the spec mobile? Does it have enough utility? Does it have enough CC? What's its healing capacity? And we're going to talk about its damage capacity, whether it's burst damage or it's sustained damage. But of course, there's a strong possibility. We might as well already check the box here that that damage is going to change between now, a month from now, 3 months from now, and the launch of Battle for Azeroth itself. But we're going to baseline it, and we're going to timestamp where the damage is right here and now. So let me know what spec, DPS spec, you're most interested in getting an analysis of. And then for each of the first 2 sections, meaning what is baseline and what are talents, I'm going to break those down into what's new, what's been pruned, and what's still there but changed a little bit. So that's the way I plan on presenting things. It's the way I would like to see things because it's going to give me a very, very good transition between the way things currently are right now in Legion and the direction they're going in going forward. So far, I've only played one class, and that is Hunter. I went through the Ruins of Lordaeron scenario, and I leveled from 110 to 111. I played all 3 specs. All 3 specs are fun. All 3 specs play very smooth. And all 3 specs really fit the class fantasy. However, I will say something feels missing from BM, not on the damage side or the utility side, but just something feels missing. I can't quite figure it out yet. Survival in MM. Survival has been revamped. It's a lot of fun. I think they're going in the right direction, and they made some good changes. And speaking of godlike, that's where MM is right now. MM is ridiculously, insanely overpowered right now, and I expect nerfs to come. There's going to be a video detailing this, so I don't really want to go into the details, but that's the only one that I've done so far that I could speak with some kind of intelligence. And I have to say, MM is just ridiculously overpowered right now. You could literally 2-shot things. My name is Luxeley, and I want to say to everyone, whatever it is by you, I don't know if it's morning or it's afternoon or it's night, but whatever it is, make it epic. Oh, by the way, we have some more videos that you could check out here. There we go. Give it a click if you happen to be interested in one of them. If not, that's okay too. Have a great one.